Mid-year exams will proceed even as measures are tightened throughout Singapore amid a spike in community cases. But for some students, there are no such exams to fret over, which were removed as part of a policy change 2 years ago. Since then, more schools have done likewise for primary 3 and 5 students, as well as those in secondary 1 and 3. And they say students will be well prepared for national examinations like the PSLE and O-levels. Tan Se-hui with more.
It's takeoff at Meridian Secondary. About 2 years ago, the school removed mid-year exams for secondary 1 and 3 students. Now they take on what's called weighted assessments, and they include projects like this. These 4 students design gliders for their science class and are assessed by how far they fly.
It releases stress and it progresses our learning in terms of practical skills as well as to enjoy learning.
The stakes are not that high, so even if they really don't do well in the first one for some reason, they can still catch up. And as they collaborate, there is also more interaction. You hear the voices more in class. We wanted different forms of learning besides just pen and paper.
With curriculum time freed up, students also get to be more hands-on during lesson time, like making kites. The school found that year-end exam scores were not affected and proceeded to scrap the mid-year exams for secondary 2 students as well.
I wouldn't really be worried about my O-levels because there's still a lot of tasks given to me and my teachers help me understand my topics better.
Over at Princess Elizabeth Primary, students are given the freedom to design their own timetable for 4 days in a year. They can choose to do online assignments such as coding, making animation, and hands-on project work. There are also weighted assessments as touch points throughout the year, but some students say they're still worried about the PSLE.
I prefer mere exams as I think we will study for it, and I don't want the percentage to be too low or else the students will think it's just like a pop quiz or something like that.
The school says there are still other forms of assessment for teachers to give feedback to students, and for primary 6 students, prelim exams to prepare them for the PSLE.